Hey, what's going on, man? I came in from that side this time. Usually I'm coming from over there. For you guys that are like new and don't really care, no big deal. But some of the established people might be like, why would you do such a thing like that? I just explain it, you know what I mean? So, welcome to Wednesday. Let's get a little wacky, man. Let's talk about a little bit of unkindness and kindness, right? What is kindness? What is unkindness? Well, we know them both, right? So anyway, all day long, for some reason, I didn't get what I wanted, but I was like giving like acts of kindness. I saw an old lady at the swap meet, you know what I mean? She dropped her little cart, and I went over and I was like, oh, let me pick it up. And I picked it up for you. You know what I mean? Thank you, sir. You're very nice. You know what I mean? I was like, all right, nice. And I kept going on, you know what I mean? And the lady's like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Her little display blew over a little bit. Oh, I was like, oh, I had to help her. Oh, very nice, Shirley. So I see no guitars, you know what I mean? So I start feeling dejected. Yeah? And I get to the end, and this guy's got a table with all kinds of tools, right? Tools. And he's arguing with a Spanish guy. Spanish guy like, yes, $5. You know what I mean? He's like, $22, you know what I mean? He's like, look, you Mexican, you come into my place, and you're looking to take my job. And he's like, he didn't even understand what he's talking about. He was $3. You know, he didn't even know what was going on, you know what I'm saying? And he's berating this guy, and it was an ugly scene, man. This guy was not cool. He had a guitar case on there. So I opened it, it's nice, this guitar right here. There's a guitar I knew right by sight that is made for United. Elizabeth, New Jersey, but it was so nice, it was so buffed up and shiny. It's a Royal Artist. And I was like, I want this guitar. It's like a really good example of a United guitar. I don't see anything structurally wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple strings that are actually strung. The action is perfect. You know what I mean? It's beautiful. You know what I mean? It didn't even have a, you know what I mean? It said model number, serial number, Royal Artist. But I knew that I looked in the top of the case and it said Royal Music Company. Rockaway Parkway, Brooklyn, you know what I mean, New York. And I was like, this is like a student guitar. It's like a student issue guitar, you know what I mean? If it was stolen, you know what I mean, sorry lady. Statute of limitations, I don't know, it was a long time ago. It was definitely from the 50s, maybe early 60s, the guitar craze. You know, students in schools, renting little instruments and stuff. This might have been one. It's a high end. Looks like there's some fret jobs, but it's got a beautiful, real deep lacquer. United guitars usually has this like one spray coat. It's got really nice tuners on it. They're like screwed in. It's like an extra special United guitar made specially for like a rental service, which I believe Royal Music Company, 1966, Rockaway Parkway, Brooklyn, New York, supplied all the boroughs, man. Staten Island, Long Island, hey, Manhattan sometimes, if they need it. You know what I'm saying? This is my belief. I might be wrong. You know what I mean? So sue me, right? Anyway, so I'm going to tell you how the story pans out, you know? And Guitkit closes the case. And these guys were bickering over. He's like, $11.50 or whatever he got out of the poor Spanish guy, you know what I mean? And he's like, next time, you know, you stay back there. You know, you filthy fool. You know what I mean? And counting, you know, the money. I was like, man, this guy's real hard, you know what I mean? And I was like, for all the cases, you know what I mean? What do you want on this thing, you know what I mean? He's like, he looked at me, he's like, well, you Pakistani? No, I don't know what he was thinking, you know what I mean? And like, he's like, $50. $50. I was thinking more 25, man. I think we're too far apart. We're far apart. You look to be all right. 45. And I was like, 45? I can't go above 30, man. 30 is my limit, you know. 40. Freak. You are filthy. Freak. Phobic. Fuck. And I was like, ooh. And I was like, listen me out. I'll do 35, man. I got two $20 bills left in my pocket. Please, sir. I need $5 to get a sandwich. I mean, I played those things like 35, you freak. Get the fuck out. And I had to give him the the 220s, and he just kind of standing there. He's like, what about that $5? And he's like, oh yeah, probably gonna do some kind of filthy act with that $5, yeah. You freak. And he's just like berating all of his customers, this guy. And I was like, the karmic wheel, man, it just keeps hitting me in the ass all day long, man. Finally get my chance, and I'm getting beat up by this guy emotionally. He's looking around, he's pulling all his money out of his pockets. You know what I mean? He's looking around, he's like, I don't have nothing lower than a 20. Yeah, I'm a big spender. Like, I might have a 5 somewhere. He's looking around. Then he's like, he's just berating me, saying mean things. I'm just holding this guitar, looking for a Kleenex, man. I was feeling broke down, man. And he's like, ah, oh, here's a $5, you fairy. And he like gave me, whoa, get out of here, you jerk. Put a bill in my shirt, man, like Harry Chapin. I just put the guitar on my back. I was just like, man, there's got to be a place for people like me, man. I like the guitar, man. And I just went on my day, and I get down to 7-Eleven, paying for my meal. I was like, where's that $5 bill? And I was pretty close to opening up. It was a $50 bill. Fuck you, asshole. Peace be with you, my man. I'm going to flip you around. We're going to look at this together. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the way I want to be. The karmic wheel keeps spinning around. I'm going to flip you around. We're going to be peaceful. Just once. Thank you. That happens to be the case. If that's the case, then it's also the fact. Right? Let's crack her open, man. Susan's out. Yo, yeah, that's a United. You know what I'm saying? That's got the vibe, man. What you see, you can't unsee it. Here's the old sticker. Roll Healthgate. Jill Levy. I'm saying pre-area code. It's when I first broke into the, you know what I'm saying, broke into using the digits. They used to have letters in the beginning, in the late 50s. I think it's when they stopped using the letters. You know what I'm saying, man? It's royal, man. It's a royal pain in the royal ass, man. I don't even really know what has to be done with this guitar. It doesn't look like much. Just clean it up. It's got all kinds of papers and stuff. Let's kind of sort this out, man. Look at that. That's like artisanship. Let's take this case and sort everything out. And I'll see you in a second. You know what I mean? A little bit more alone with our guitar friend. You know what I'm saying? See you in a moment. See that? It's kind of refined for United. You know what I'm saying? It's got like a better finish. And it's got like a stronger sort of, you know what I'm saying, accent of quality. It's got screws. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to those little brads. You know what I'm saying? Cut from a finer cloth, as they say. Anyway, we're proud to have it in our little arsenal. Doesn't look like it really needs any work at all. It needs new strings. Clean it up a little bit. It's kind of doity. Doity, as they say. So it came with some stuff in the case. It's an old 60s Fender pick. You can tell just by the lettering on it. Let's check this out, man. South Shore Adult Education Center. You know what I'm saying? $12 course for Guitar 1. It's got an old violin pitch pipe. This is an old guy. This is probably from the 50s. So it's got one of those old plastic stamps on it. Super pitch pipe, man. An old guitar study book. It's got like a special thing where we're going to save this for the end of the video, which is probably going to be like 5 minutes and 25 seconds. There's not too much really that we have to do to this guy. I think I actually have a set of strings somewhere. They're ball end nylons that I took off another guitar that might even fit on here. Maybe I don't. Who knows, man. So it's a nice one. It's a nice United, probably the nicest one I have. I mean, wellest. I don't even think wellest is the right word, if it is a word. Best? Yeah, man, I'm a literary type. Came with a case. That's a plus. I'll see you in the level of it. Don't worry. We'll get, I guess, these strings off, or just do a little study what we have to do to it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Take a good look at her. Get her all cleaned up there, Marvin. Move on with our day. I just wasted a good couple of minutes of your time. You know what I mean? You'll never get that time back. See you in a minute. Well, welcome back to the level of story. Anyway, this has got a set of old labella faux strings on it, man. You know, before we take them off, I actually have an old set of labella faux strings. These are probably from the 90s that I took off. You can see these are pretty old. But you can see the ends pretty much the same. You know what I mean? Hasn't really changed too much. So, the labella faux strings originated out in Long Island. So this is like a local brand back then. This is really like from the 70s. Good show that they haven't changed too much. So before we take these off, we're going to see if this set that we took off some other guitar, which I do not remember which guitar it was. Looks like a full set. We're going to see if, you know what I mean, they're the right scale, and we can get away with putting them on this guitar. Otherwise, you know what I mean, we'll just leave these two guys on. And just, you know what I'm saying? But if these don't fit, you know, I mean, we're going to take these off. We'll have to restring it. That's the deal. So let's just, before we do anything, let's just see if these fit. You know what I'm saying? This is just a special investigation. Will it fit or will it not? So what we have done is we have isolated the D string, which is going to be the longest example. And we've measured it across. And we've come to find that indeed it's going to actually have enough area length so we could probably get away with using these strings, which is good news. So we're not going to take these off. We're going to clear the deck of all this shit right here, and then we're going to clean it up a little bit. We're going to clean it up a little bit there, Vern. Looks like the frets have been taken care of. Looks like they've been all, you know what I'm saying, sawed off and hauled off. You know what I'm saying? Just like old Cube said, man. So let's clear the deck of all these useless strings, because I don't need them here. They're just bothering me. I'm not able to perform my art. Yeah, cost us ID strings. See you in a minute. So we got all the other strings off there. It's dirty though, a little bit. I mean, not too dirty, but you know. Sometimes it's in the case for a long time and things start to happen inside the case. Remember my man Theory? We did that Acubase, the old Epiphone. It was all fucked up just being inside the case. That could be the case sometimes. This has been used by all kinds of students too. You know what I mean? It's got all kinds of, a little bit of grease. It's like sort of changed in mold over the past 50 years, whatever the fuck. Got a little bit of this. Let's do the front, back, side to side. Try to keep it out of this hole here. You know what I mean? No overspray inside my royal hole. You know what I mean? I don't want to get my artist all frozen. This genuine, sort of, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to give you a good shot in there, because those people who know and seen United guitars will say, oh yeah, he's right, man. Ooh, it sounds like there's something in there. It's like a June bug or something. Let's see it. I'll find out what it is. I'll find out what it is. Let's clean it off. We'll come back then. A little bit more sheeny. A little bit more shiny. Yes. Oh, yes. That's just with some furniture polish, man. Some spray furniture polish from the Dollar Tree. $1.25 tree, that is, people. Get hit with a trip, man. Misnomer. Little misnomer. So anyway, we're able to sort of go over all the nooks and crannies of the guitar while we're sort of polishing it up a little bit. And I don't see any defects at all. No cracks, really. Just some serious, you know what I mean, lacquer check. Very thick lacquer coat on the top of this. It's very shined up. Very refined. Unlike most United guitars, you know what I mean. Looks to be a mid-60s model that was probably in the student body population for about 10 years, you know what I mean. It's got, you know what I mean, probably that much age on it, about that much play on it. I figure these kids aren't going to play that much. You know what I'm saying? Comes in and out, you know what I mean, every, you know what I mean, year or so. Clean it up, do a fret job on it 2 or 3 times. You know what I mean? Anyway, looks like it's been abandoned since at least the 70s. We pulled this out of the hole, an old Tootsie Roll wrapper. Definitely from the 70s. You know what I mean? What's next, man? Let's put this Mom's on there, man. Everything but the rosewood here. We're going to take care of Rosie. Yeah. Most Uniteds have like a, you know what I mean, just a regular old, you know, saying, what do they use? Mahogany, probably, neck. It's been painted, you know what I mean? Painted and, you know what I mean? Sometimes it has the triangles on it like last week. Sometimes it's got, you know, squares or other geometric designs. But, you know what I mean? Usually it's a cheap shit that United uses. This has actually got some nice stuff on it. Some Brazilian rosewood. You can see some heavy, you know, wear patterns in the cowboy areas where the students played. You know what I mean? Yeah, we're going to put the butcher's wax on all the rosewood. And Mom's on everything else, man. That's that. I'll see we're all sure. 2 different kind of waxes. Hey, Mr. Waxman. Look at that, man. Now it's super shiny. It's a very fine guitar. Look at that. Glimmering and gleaming right at you. So now, folks, that it's all shined up. Beautiful out. We're not really going to mess with these frets. They're a little bit square. We could use a little bit of shaping, but you know what I'm saying? It's a classical guitar. We're going to weed through this little stack of barely used old ass La Bella folk singer strings, man, and put on the other ones that it's missing. And then I'm going to see you at a place called the Glamour Shots. You know, another short episode for you. All right? Happy day. See you there, friend. Peace be with you. Always. Always. There it is, man. A formidable guitar. It's pretty nice. Got great low sleek action. Well maintained. This thing was never sort of, you know what I mean, driven hard and put away wet. You know what I mean? It might have been put away a little bit moist, but it was put into a nice case in like a, you know what I mean, climate controlled closet somewhere. This was never stored, you know what I mean, on its back without a case in like a, you know, barn, like most of our featured swap meet swill. You know what I'm saying? Nothing really wrong with it. You know what I mean? A little bit of hesitance in some of these old tuners, sort of hold the note. You know what I mean? Sorry about that furnace. Got to heat the house, folks. Got to pay the bills. Got to keep the lights on. Got to do all the stuff we got to do. It is what it is, man. One of the finest United guitars I own. Pleasure to play. It's got pretty much 2 of the original strings, original to what it had, you know. And the rest of the strings are the exact same, you know what I mean, set. Same make and model. So it's ready to play. It sounds beautiful. So let's get a special reveal on that little piece of paper that was in the case, man. Right before we give you our farewell performance in this royal contest. And now, over to the paper on the slab. And now, the grand reveal on this mysterious piece of paper we found in the case, man. Late 60s, we're thinking. Seems to be, huh? This is senior alma mater to the tune of Here, There, and Everywhere. Oh boy, we found a gem, folks. Look at this, man. Incredible. I actually played through these chords. I don't think these chords are correct. But, hey, man. We're to give tribute where tribute is due, man. So, now without further ado, this is probably the first time that this song has been played since the late 60s sometime. I'm going to use a pick that possibly this pick was actually used to play it in the first place, man. So, here we go, man. Peace be with you. So, there it is, people. There it is, man. A fine united, man. A fine united like fine wine. Hey, man. Let's hear this little Beatles tribute, man. Senior alma mater. We'll play a little bit of it, right? Time sparkles and fades from our minds, taking the memories of summers gone by. We have to try to capture a spark of time. So let the sun rise and let the new day slowly open up your eyes. And for the gift of love will be refined and right, sharing our joys till the end, each of us knowing what we can be, making a blend of people we love as friends till the end. Hey man, that was terrible. Sorry, Paul McCartney, on behalf of the human race. For all the times that we've bastardized a Beatles song, man. Hey, Charlie, man, didn't you have a senior song too? Yeah, I did, man. When I get to my class, I go outside of the room, and all the people meet their doom. Anything I got. Yeah. No, wizard. I don't think that's a very good senior song. Hey, man, peace be with you. Love you all. Till next time. If there's a next time, keep warm. You know what I mean? Keep away from harm. Peace be with you.